We are at Monument Valley. We are taking the 17-mile loop.
We're at the golden hour at Monument Valley.
And how many times do you get to see the sunset at the same time, moon over the monuments?
This opportunity to witness this magical wonder of nature.
Monument Valley is the most picturesque place.
I am pretty tired. I think I'll go home now.
So I am at the end point literally of the John Wayne number 4 viewpoint.
Hello everyone, we are embarking on an epic journey through the Southwestern United States at one of the most iconic landscapes in the world, Monument Valley. Officially known as Monument Valley Navajo Tribal Park, the landscape here features stunning red sandstone formations, backdrop to so many classic Western movies over the years. The best way to experience it is to drive a 17-mile dirt road that goes through many different scenic overlooks as you take in the views of this mesmerizing landscape. In this video, let us explore Monument Valley as we do the 17-mile dirt road loop and also discuss the other things to do in the area. So, without further ado, let's begin.
I had such an amazing time at Monument Valley.
Monument Valley is located in northeastern Arizona along the Utah-Arizona state line. Fly to Salt Lake City or Las Vegas and then rent a car to drive 7 hours to Monument Valley. If you are short on time, fly to Flagstaff and then rent a car to drive 3 hours to Monument Valley. Generally, one might consider visiting Monument Valley merged with a Grand Canyon trip or Arches National Park trip, or both, as we did in our case. We entered Monument Valley starting early from Moab, where we were visiting the mighty Arches National Park. 150 miles and approximately 2 hours to reach Monument Valley. The landscape was so amazing that pictures could hardly do justice. Our first stop was at the now famous Forrest Gump Point. The Forrest Gump Point spot got its name from the famous scene in Forrest Gump where Tom Hanks decides to stop running. It's an incredible place to kick off our adventure and the view is absolutely breathtaking.
I am pretty tired. I think I'll go home now.
The most iconic hotel in the area is Golding's Lodge, founded by Harry Golding, the man who helped turn Monument Valley into a tourist destination in the 1920s. The view is another popular option, and as its name suggests, guests can enjoy a stunning view of Monument Valley's buttes from the hotel itself. You could also stay at the oddly named town of Mexican Hat, Utah, to the north of Monument Valley. The drive from the town to Monument Valley Visitor Center takes approximately 30 minutes. Kayenta in Arizona is another option about 30 minutes south of Monument Valley. If you do choose to drive the loop in the afternoon, be sure to check the current hours. Also remember that unlike the rest of Arizona, the Navajo Nation observes daylight savings. So be sure to confirm the current Navajo Nation time before your visit.
So inside of this brochure is going to be a map of the scenic drive. It's going to be that red dotted line.
Okay, 4x4 for
It's what we recommend.
your recommendation.
Yeah, you can still go down if you want to. Here you go.
Thank you so much.
Have a nice day.
Thank you.
You want to go up or down, Maria?
It's $8 per person, anyone above 6. They give a map. And yeah, I think that's good enough.
Alright, so we have made it to the entrance of the 17-mile dirt road loop. This is the best way to see the valley up close and personal. Make sure your vehicle can handle rough terrain and let's get started.
The road starts here.
Head northwest.
No drone zone. Monument Valley. famous trail actually. We should do that. This to me?
Right?
Yeah. So guys, it's a 17-mile round trip with completely dirt road. So that is the risk. We don't have a 4x4, but we are still gonna make it.
Our first stop is the Mittens and Merrick Butte. These are some of the most photographed formations in the valley, and it's easy to see why. The east and west mittens got their names because they look like hands with the thumbs pointed inward.
The west mitten and then the east mitten.
Also notable is that near the Scenic Drive's first viewpoint, you will encounter a small parking area for something called the Wildcat Trail. This flat 3.2-mile loop is actually the only independent hiking trail in all of Monument Valley. While Merrick Butte and Mittens are impressive at any time of the day, the lighting is best in the late afternoon. The next landmark is Elephant Butte, which, well, doesn't look quite like an elephant though. Perhaps you have to look at different perspectives.
That's the elephant with its tusk, ear and the back.
The Three Sisters, which are three tall sandstone spires next to a large mesa, are one of Monument Valley's most recognizable landmarks.
First sister, second sister and the little sister.
Which one's the little sister?
Sorry?
Which one's the little sister?
The middle one most probably.
Oh yeah.
Guarded by the two.
As you drive along, you'll encounter a few different areas to enjoy the view. John Ford's Point is one of the most crowded parts of the Monument Valley Scenic Drive, as it was here that film director John Ford shot scenes for many of his Western films. As most of these films came out in the 1940s and 50s, few younger visitors might not be able to relate. Nevertheless, it's easy to see why a film director would be so attracted to this particular spot. You'll also find gift shops and a few small restaurants near the parking lot as well.
This is the John Ford Point. It is where you can find all the Navajo artifacts. They also sell the famous fried bread, the Navajo fried bread or the Navajo taco.
While not the most interesting landmark at Monument Valley, Camel Butte does indeed resemble a camel from a certain angle and under the right lighting conditions. The hub is one of the more confusing stops at Monument Valley. While you'll find sign indicating where the viewpoint is, it is not entirely clear which formation around you is actually called the hub. This general area has a lot of other landmarks on either side of the road. These include Rain God Mesa to your left or the northern side, Thunderbird Mesa to your right or the southern side. Reaching the eastern edge of the loop road from a distance near the intersection, you'll see the impressive Totempole.
We are at the Totempole now,
which reaches up to 450 feet high. While quite far away, its unique shape makes it easy to spot. This next viewpoint is not so different from the previous one, as you are basically just looking at the Totempole from a slightly different angle. The Sand Springs, however, is the large sandy area you'll see in the foreground, and that's supposed to be the main highlight of the loop's 8th stop. Number 9 in our list is Artist's Point. Over the right, you'll see the massive Spearhead Mesa. Arriving at Artist's Point, you'll encounter a large parking area. This is easily one of the top highlights of Monument Valley, and it's one of the places you can spend a lot of time. From here, you'll see the same buttes you'll have already seen, Merrick Butte and the Mittens, albeit from a different angle. Returning to the main loop, make a right turn and head east towards North Window. Again, there's a large parking lot here. Reveals views of East Mitten and other buttes in the distance.
So we are almost done. Only number 10, I guess those are the last two. North Window Overlook and the Thumb.
Just next to the North Window is the Thumb. Unlike some other landmarks, which don't always appear as described, this formation does indeed resemble a giant thumb and is hard to miss.
Hey guys, so this has been the hardest 17 miles. It's very beautiful, very scenic. It just takes a toll on the driver, and especially if you don't have a four-wheel drive. The 17-mile drive. After the drive, we spent some time at the View Hotel. We explored the gift shop and the adjacent restaurant. There is also a Navajo museum. We spent some time at the hotel's two beautiful balconies, one of which is known as the Photographer's Point.
Hey everyone! I had such an amazing time at Monument Valley.
If you are doing the Monument Valley Scenic Drive in the afternoon, be sure to return to the viewpoint of the buttes outside the visitor center when finished. As the viewpoint faces east, you won't actually be seeing the sun setting behind the buttes, but the setting sun will illuminate the formations and the colors will gradually change over time, which is well worth seeing if you are not in a rush. As the sun sets on our adventure, it's clear why Monument Valley is such a special place. The towering formations, the rich history, and the stunning views make it a must-visit destination. Thanks for joining me on this journey. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more travel adventures. Until next time, keep exploring.